Well, welcome to day 18 of the 21 days of goals. We're officially on the home stretch, and I've been reflecting on how much we've covered together. And one of the thoughts I had is, I think every time that I pick this book up, I learn something new, and I'm reminded of the lessons that have shaped my journey. And that's my hope for you. My hope is that you'll revisit this book again and again, that you'll mark it up, and you'll use it as a resource for your life that'll go far beyond this challenge that we're doing together. But today, we're going to discuss chapter 18, Review Your Goals Daily. Now, this chapter focuses on the power of writing your goals down daily and doing it through the 3P formula. So I wanted us to review that together. The first P is present tense. This is all about writing your goals as if you've already accomplished them. We don't say, I'm going to complete a marathon. Instead, we say, I have completed a marathon. This frames your goals in a way that tells your subconscious mind to act as though you've already achieved them. Now, the second P is positive. We want to focus on what we want, not on what we don't want. Remember, we talked about what you focus on grows. So let's focus on what we want. Tracy reminds us that our subconscious mind responds better to positive commands. Now, the third P is personal. We want to start each goal with I, followed by a verb. I will, I have, I am. This is going to make your goals personal and direct your subconscious mind to get to work on these goals. So the more you write your goals like this, which is present tense, positive, and personal, the more clearer you're going to become day after day in writing them. And the more clear they become, the more you're going to start to notice opportunities, people, resources, all the things around you that are going to help you achieve what you set out to accomplish. You know, one way to think of writing your goals daily is like watering a plant. When you water a plant regularly, it starts to grow stronger and taller and healthier over time. But if you neglect watering it, even for a few days, it starts to wilt and lose its vibrancy. I know this because I've done this. I've neglected watering something and just watch it slowly die. Your goals are the same way. Write them down every day so that you can give them the water they need to grow, the consistency they need to grow. What that's going to do is going to keep them alive. It's going to keep them fresh. It's going to keep them on your mind until you turn them into a reality. So write them down each and every day. Now, a few things that I learned in this chapter. One of the first things that stood out to me was you got to choose the best time for your routine. On page 223, Tracy says that there are two times that he suggests. The first is write them before you go to bed in the evening. The second time he suggested was write them first thing in the morning before you go to work. Now, my encouragement to you is just pick one of these times that work best for you in the current season of your life. If you could do both, if you can write and rewrite, great. But pick time in your routine and start to develop that healthy habit. Now, for me, the mornings work best. I spend the first 45 minutes of my day planning my day, writing my goals, and doing my morning reading, and one of the most important, having my morning coffee. All of that is part of my morning routine, which is a habit. And when you start to develop these as a habit, like writing down your goals daily, in the beginning it feels a little bit strange. But if you do it over time, here's what I'm going to promise you. I'm going to promise you it feels strange when you don't do it. Once you develop a habit, it's going to feel normal that that's a part of your each and every day. Now, the second thing that I pulled out of this chapter is that you build a habit step by step. Tracy emphasizes that rewriting your goals daily is the discipline that leads to focus and clarity. It's the discipline that leads to you having the fresh insight on how you're going to achieve your goals or what you're going to do next. And again, it might feel awkward at first, but as I tell the leaders that I coach, it's going to become a discipline before it becomes a delight. You got to do it day in and day out before it's something that you love doing. So stick with it. And soon it's going to feel both natural and rewarding. So let's look at the reflection question in the back of the chapter. I want us to focus on number 5. Discipline yourself to rewrite your goals every day. to write them and rewrite them every single day. So I think there's a few questions we need to ask ourselves. The first is, what time of day will you write your goals? Are you going to do morning? Are you going to do night? Are you going to do both? And then how can you incorporate this into your routine so that you can become consistent? So it isn't a one-time or sometime thing. It's a consistent thing. And start small if you need to. I would just write a few goals down to begin with and then practice until this habit takes full shape and it's something you're doing on a regular basis. Well, chapter 18 is all about building consistency in how we pursue our goals. And by writing our goals down daily, you're going to strengthen your focus. You're going to clarify your vision, and I believe you're going to move closer to what it is that you want to achieve. Now, tomorrow, we're going to jump into chapter 19, which shifts our focus from ourselves, what we've been learning, to how do we teach and inspire others to do this. I want to remind you, you're doing an amazing job. Keep it going. Stay committed, and I'll see you tomorrow.